Hey guys, Sensei Steve here. Today we're going to be working on Osotogari, and I'm here with my good friend Ethan. So, Osotogari is a backwards throw. I'm throwing to his back right corner. Whenever I refer to a corner or a direction, it's always in relation to uke. I can face whatever direction I want, but whatever I'm throwing him, it's in relation to him. So his back right corner, this is his right side, that's back. So for Osotogari, it needs to be somewhere between straight back and 45 degrees over there. Somewhere in this corner. If I start coming out too far to the left, I'm going to be doing almost a different throw. Less efficient. There are Osotogaris where you do throw like that. But for now, we're working a very basic, simple, non-resisting, standard yellow belt test Osotogari. Here, we're standing both fairly square to one another. So, if you're new to that term, that just means his feet are here, my feet are here. We could draw a parallel line between our toes. First step, my left leg coming past him. I want my foot at least in line with his. Ideally, slightly past. My big toe is past his heel. That way, when my weight comes forward, it starts to pull him back. His back's now curved. If I don't step far enough, when I come here, Ethan's up. He can just lean against me and stop this. So I need to step at least a little bit past his foot. If you step too far, and you don't have the advantage of having him way off balance at the start, I start to lean back. Now Ethan's at an advantage. If I lean back when I step, I'm very weak here, I can't push on him. So just step a little bit past for now, and then start to work your hands. For basic Osotogari, I'm getting the grip somewhere underneath the tricep, just behind the elbow. Nice tight grip. Twist it, make it nice and tight. And step. This comes down kind of to my belly button. I start by pulling out a little bit, make a circle down to my belly button. This is more important when they're actually trying to resist. If he's relaxed like this, I can just step in. He's not pushing me out. If he resists a little bit, I need to move that arm a little bit out of the way so he can't push on me as easily. And then I bring it down to my belly button. This hand, also making a circle. It's first pulling him to me, so it's coming towards me as I'm coming towards it. I don't want to step out here and then pull him to me. That defeats the purpose. We need to go that way. So I'm just using this to try to match me coming forward so it's coming tight. And then, thumb towards my ear, and I start to push him that direction with this hand. Like that. Now he's all twisted up. Then my foot comes through, toe pointed, and up. Osotogari. So now I'll throw it towards you, and you'll see that it's not perfectly straight back. I step a little bit to the outside to give myself room to pull him off balance that way. I want some of the weight off his foot here. I'm coming here, there. That's what my hands do. That all happens as I step. I make the circle with my hands, in here, foot comes through, sweep. That's your very, very basic yellow belt test of Osotogari. This tends to stop working once people start resisting. He starts holding me out with his arms or just running away. I have to start doing things to account for that. In the end, I still want to get here, but how I get here becomes more important. Because when you're just a white belt to yellow belt, you're going to practice this a million times. And then one time, you're going to have an opponent, he's just going to stick his arms out, and this no longer does anything. So there's ways around this. So the next thing I'm going to do is I need to defeat this arm. His other sleeve, pushing against my arm, not a big deal. My arm's already bent. I can crush that, I can pull through that. This arm's the big problem. So like I said before, I can come around to the outside, help break it, but right now he's full on stiff arming me. So I have to do something more drastic than just try to collapse his elbow a little bit. So what I'm going to do, start by going sideways. I come out here. My right hand is actually pushing him away from me right now. Because I need to deal with this before I can even attempt to throw. So by pushing him away and coming to the outside, his arm's in a weak position. You're very strong straight in front of you. Your arm's weaker when it's out there. So I can come way out there. Now both hands are going to pull this way because I need to be here for the throw. So I'm going to start here, then I'm going to pull him in. There's still some distance between us, so I have to reach a little bit farther down that. But Osotogari still works. Here, he's stiff arming me. I can't come in. I come to the outside. Now once I'm here, and you can see I'm very far away from him, I need to make that distance go away. Both arms have to pull to me. I'm out here, pull to me. And you'll have to be quick. Anyone actively fighting you and resisting you, as soon as I come out here, they're not just going to stay there. He's going to turn. This leaves me with other options. He comes out there, look. Just go back to where you were. I can tell from here, his balance is slightly forward. His arms are out. He's leaning on me. I would have dropped there and I'll give you. Yeah, probably. Yeah. So, he ran away from one throw, leaving me for a different throw. But that's something for a different video. Right now, just focusing on the Osotogari. So come up here, before he has a chance to run away, both hands pull here. Come up, through there. It's not going to be nice and tight back like your standard Osotogari, because your foot is so far away. You're going to have to reach out and catch this leg way out here. But you'll see the top half, if there's distance, he doesn't fall. I need to pull him in. Then it's a piece of cake. So, my next favorite Osotogari is up over here. I like Sotomakakoma. It's a fun throw. It's cool. It doesn't have the highest percentage of actually working, but that doesn't make it any less cool to me. Maybe you shouldn't base your martial arts around how cool it is. You should maybe think about the effectiveness and how much it wins. But come on, I'm not going to the Olympics. I'm here to have fun. I'm not for the martial arts. We're here to have fun. So, I step in and I pull forward as if going for Sotomakakoma. I drop this hand to the belt. Usually, this will generate a very strong response. They think, big forward throw. Because really, that's the one I want. That's the cool one. He starts resisting. I hook. I hop. I lift. This is a less dramatic throw. It's all big, powerful grips, like Russian-style judo, but it's probably the wimpiest Osotogari you'll see, because it's almost an Osotogake. For those unsure, gake means hook. Osotogari, major outer read. Osotogake, major outer hook. And the reason I do gake instead of gare is because of my positioning. And I'll explain that. So I'm here, step across him here, he blocks me, not going this way. I grab this belt, I hook my foot. So when I come here, if I then lift my foot again and come back, it gives him a chance to take me backwards. So instead of doing that, I'm going to commit to this hook and lift my leg straight up. It's already locked in, so it comes straight up. And whether or not that's a gare or a gake is a matter of degree. It doesn't really matter because the technique works. We can argue from the sidelines, but when you're up there actually trying to do the throw, don't worry about the name. That's all that matters. That's all that matters. So from here, now I step across the Osotogari. Drop my hand down, grab that belt, hook, hop, lift. So that's my favorite Osotogari. That's the one I actually tend to catch people with, especially Ethan. There are others, so many ways to do this. There's one I call the, in my head, I never actually said this aloud, but the Hail Mary Osotogari. He's not back here. And instead of working on nice foot positioning and a bunch of tightness, you're throwing with momentum. You're throwing yourself from way back here and tackling them through and trying to get the foot sweep at the same time. So it starts way, way back here, and I jump and throw. And that works. Not all the time. If someone's expecting it, you're just giving them a bunch of kazushi. But you know, at the end of the match, you're both tired, you're tied or you're down. This is a lot safer than trying to pull, you know, a weak Tamanagi or something, get trapped in a pin because you're too tired to do it properly.
Big grip fight, Yokogake.
Yeah, this is a way smarter, safer thing to do. Because if we're both tired and we're both kind of staying away from back here, I jump. Way there. And look, there's momentum back. He's stumbling backwards as I'm hitting him. Then I just got to catch that leg and hope for the best. I would not open with this technique. When your opponent's fresh and they're ready and they're looking for anything, jumping at them, maybe not the most tactically wise decision. Doesn't tend to work too well, you know. So, I got one more for you for this video. Try to keep it nice and short. That's throwing off the collar. Every now and then, I like to throw left. Usually when I'm fighting a lefty, become a lefty. Thank you. So from here, I attack the leg closer to me. If my hand's over, that's fine. If it's under, that's fine too. This fight doesn't matter a whole lot. I usually end up attacking when I am over, because that's when the lefty feels more comfortable and will let me get closer. A lot of times when I'm fighting guys, if I get underneath and get this grip, they hold me out because they want to be underneath, they want to be here. They'll get here and then they'll play with the grips until they get underneath again. So once I'm here, if he feels more safe to attack, he's not usually going to want to attack me way, way out there. He'll relax a bit, we'll get here. That's my time to shine. So I'm going to be coming through here like Ippon Seiyanagi. He knows I love drop Seiyanagi. And I can throw left off the collar just as easily as I can throw right. He knows this because him and I have fought more times than I can count. He's very ready for that. And he's only just starting to get ready for this Osotogari. So I'm here, I start to pull, I come up. Through there. I throw towards you now. So we're here. I can't throw from way out. If he holds me way, way out, when I turn in here, I'm just going to have a bit of arm. I'm going to be reaching. It's not going to work. Hard to pull right through this. I'm pulling it into my own shoulder. I'm basically making a pocket for his fist when I come across like that. If you're underneath, you might have a chance. You might be able to pick it up and over. Collapse that. That could work. I find it's better if he relaxes his elbow just a bit, thinks he's safe to come in. Now, when I'm in here, his arm is collapsed. I'm in tight to him. Now I can trap that. I'm going to turn this way. There. So now I'm doing a left-handed throw, so we can throw to his back left corner. So we're here. I'm starting from way over here. It's very easy to try to come at him and throw in that direction. That puts weight on his foot. Makes it harder for me to throw. I need to do an about face and throw straight towards you, or even try to throw slightly over there. I want his weight coming this way while I attack back. That's why this hand's important. That's why being able to collapse this arm is important. When it's straight out here, and I turn and push, pushing that way. I want this arm in collapsed, in tight, maybe playing with the sleeves up here, which you may or may not be able to see from back there. Nice and loose. And then I'm here. This is tight. I'm trapping his wrist against my body, grabbing whatever I can here. At the very end, I'm still trying. I'm only getting about this far. Down in the middle. I don't know. I don't know my degrees. Somewhere between 0 and 45. You do the math. That's my left-handed Osotogari. I don't change my grip. Like if I switch over to a left-handed Osotogari, I'm now a right-handed fighter fighting a lefty with a left-handed grip. Maybe I'm okay and this is good enough. Maybe I'm just playing in his fight, no longer what I'm good at. I would rather keep this grip, collapse his arm, come up deep through here, and then I hug this. So it's not exactly the same grip as when I come up for a Ponce and Agi, where I'm coming up. I'm actually more hugging this down to me. A little recap, back at the very beginning, very first Osotogari, when I step here, I'm pulling this down to my belly button, and I'm pulling this over. So in practice, it comes down and across, and I try to end up slightly over here. So now I'm here, I don't have a hold of his elbow, so I use my opposite hand, up, and pull. This is now coming down to my belly button in this way. The far hand, my hands basically switch jobs. This is now controlling his upper body. This needs to control his state towards me. And you can see where his balance is going. All right. So, that's all I have for Osotogari. Thank you very much, Ethan. This has been great. Hope you guys enjoyed it. And thanks for watching.